Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to the YouTube page of Spiderhands Productions, home of SP reviews, SP interviews, things like that. If you've been here before, you'll know what this channel does. We basically do music reviews, or rather I do music reviews. And I've been doing music reviews since around May, June 2020, which since then from now I've done round about, I would say about 1,200. I have reviewed between 1,200 and 1,500 songs, both uploaded to this channel and also basically done for artists and bands, delivered straight for them to use for whatever they want to for their promotional purposes. Because basically, I'm a paid music reviewer. I do paid work. The content on this channel, for the most part, unless expressed otherwise, is sort of paid reviews. And I do these reviews via my Fiverr page, typically, where for just $15 USD, you can get a song reviewed, any type of song that you've made, or maybe a song that someone else has made that you really like, and that you think deserves a bit more attention. I've reviewed all sorts of genres, just sort of like country, kind of ambient, atmospheric, sort of avant-garde, sort of all the kind of experimental stuff to like ruthless kind of like metal and progressive and sort of grindcore and it's also hip hop and R&B and soul and all that sort of stuff. I've reviewed a lot of songs over the last, year and a bit. I'm very thankful for it. And I must have been doing okay because over that time I've gotten over 400 5-star reviews for my music reviews. So obviously must be doing something right. In 2021, or at least the second half of 2021 where we are now, I've realized that while I've enjoyed my time on Fiverr, I would also like to sort of do more stuff for the fans. Because usually it's musicians that are coming to me, right? And the fans visit and they hear stuff and then they recommend tracks. But because the people whose tracks they're recommending haven't paid me to do it, I don't typically do reviews of those. However, I have decided to start up, as of today, a Patreon page. And so for just $12 a month, which is 20% cheaper than what I charge on Fiverr, you can get one song reviewed per month. So I'm setting up this Patreon today. I want people to tell me what music they want reviewed. I want you telling me what I should review. And anyone who picks the $12 tier, there's a limited amount of slots available just because if I had like 300 people giving me reviews, that's a lot of reviews to do per month. Do you know what I mean? 300 per month. So there's like 90, and once they're gone until one opens up. I've also got a $3 kind of tier, which is a little bit more sort of, there's a few more slots available for that, and effectively, that's sort of more of a thank you for supporting my page kind of thing. There's behind the scenes content as per the $12 one as well. I think YouTube recently has just started running ads on all of its videos, regardless of whether they're eligible for monetization. So the videos on the Patreon page, chosen by people who are supporting me on Patreon, they won't have ads. It'll be ad-free content, so you can just watch the video and enjoy it. I'll also be doing like a feature piece every month, as chosen by people who are subscribed on Patreon. People can vote on that. People can send through bands they want, and I'll just sort of make a poll, and people can vote. And then I'll do a big video on that once per month about the winner of that. And it'll be released at like the start of every month, just so that people can start the month with a brand new video, as well as the daily content that I'm hoping to put out on this channel. And again, I know that there's a lot of people who either have Patreons or who are trying to make a living on YouTube. And I know it can seem kind of cynical for me to be sort of charging people for the stuff I do on Fiverr and then also setting up a Patreon. But I don't actually feel comfortable with just doing reviews that the musicians are coming to me for. I want to have people that the fans have a choice about the music that I put on this channel. Honestly, like my worldview is small. Despite the fact that I've reviewed all this music, there are a lot of acts that I get sort of exposed to on a semi-daily basis that I've never heard of before. So this Patreon is for that purpose. I've probably talked about it a bit too much, but hopefully it'll make sense. Go visit the Patreon page. It'll be chill. It'll be cool. Again, it's like 20% cheaper than it usually would be for a review per month. And that also doesn't include the YouTube. You also charge $5 extra for a YouTube upload on Fiverr. So it's actually a lot cheaper than going through Fiverr for this. It's a lot cheaper, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that. You know what I mean? It's fine. I enjoy doing these reviews. At this stage, anyways, I don't see this being, I don't see my work with Fiverr being something that will get me a house or a Lamborghini. So I may as well try and create a sort of an ecosystem through this channel and through the Patreon and all that, where at least people who are genuinely passionate about music can have a say and they can just get their stuff put forward, even if it's like small kind of bands or artists that wouldn't get listened to otherwise. I'm keen to listen to it. I want to hear what the music that you want me to review. And obviously, just as a side note, anyone who purchases that $12 tier will get a shout out within that video. They'll get thanked. And I'll also probably list the people's names in that tier at the end of the video as well, just as an outro card or something. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll also be wanting to do sort of live streams in future. They might even happen in August, where I live stream people's mixes and listen to their music. And I want to encourage people to get involved, because if you're in a position where you're not getting your music heard and where maybe you're finding it difficult to get people who will genuinely tell you what they think about it, come to me. Come to me. I've literally had people threaten to track down where I live before over what I've said about their music. There was one time where there was like this award-winning singer, and I didn't like the way she was constantly doing this sort of weird vibratos and sort of ornamental runs, these legato runs and all that. The person who was promoting her got very, very vicious with me. I'm not afraid to take criticism as long as it makes sense. And if it doesn't, even then it's like, you got to go away and think about it and try and make sure you're not just being salty about it, But that's the video. Sorry that this is a bit longer than I expected. Yeah, if you want your music reviewed and you want to go through the Fiverr out, that's cool. There's links. If you want to support the channel on Patreon directly, go to the Patreon. And there'll probably be a few added bonuses on top if you take that route. Stay cool, Shredders. Thanks for visiting this page. See you later, and yeah, Spiderhands out.